revisit 4 definitions which we have seen earlier. Those are phase crossover frequency, which is the frequency at which the phase angle of the open loop transfer function equals minus 180 degree, right? The phase crossover frequency is the frequency at which the phase angle is minus 180 degree. Then gain crossover frequency is when the magnitude is unity or equal to 0 dB. Unity is in normal terms or normal units, and 0 dB is in decibel units, right? Then the third definition is of the gain margin. It is the reciprocal of the magnitude. It is the reciprocal of the magnitude of G of j omega at phase crossover frequency, right? At phase crossover frequency, whatever the magnitude is, the reciprocal of that magnitude is going to give you the gain margin. And phase margin is the amount of additional phase lag at the gain crossover frequency. Okay, so these 4 definitions are used on the Bode plots to find out the relative stability. Basically, from gain margin and phase margin, you can say whether the system is stable or not. And based on their values, if they are not, of course, there can be some values of parameters which can make the system either stable or unstable. And that factor is generally those factors are gain and phase. If you add a certain amount of phase, the system may become unstable. If you add some amount of gain, the system may become unstable. So both these things are possible, and that is what is called relative stability. If gain is K1, the system is more stable than gain equal to K2, like this. Okay. Now, how do you find out these 4 values? These 2 as well as the base, bottom 2. All these 4 values you can find out from Bode plots. Now, how to do that? Let's see here. So here is one sample graph, sample Bode plot. Okay. Here is the magnitude and here is the angle, phase angle. Okay. So you see what are the definitions of gain crossover frequency. See, gain crossover frequency is the frequency at which magnitude is unity, or unity means 0 dB. Okay, magnitude is 0 dB. So this is 0 dB line. This is the magnitude curve. So this is where the magnitude is 0 dB. So this particular frequency is omega GC, which is called gain crossover frequency, right? Omega GC, gain crossover. As the name suggests, it is the frequency at which gain is crossing. So crossing, what crossing? So there are basically 2 important lines. As far as the gain plot of the magnitude plot is concerned, 0 dB line is the main line, and for phase, minus 180 degree line is the main line. Okay, so when gain crosses 0 dB line, that frequency is called gain crossover frequency. Similarly, when phase crosses minus 180 degree, it is called phase crossover frequency, omega PC, right? Gain crossover frequency and phase crossover frequency. Now, how do you calculate the gain margin and phase margin from that? Okay. Now, this is only possible if you draw both the gain magnitude plot and phase plot correctly on a single graph paper, one below the other, gain plot or magnitude plot on top and phase plot on the bottom, and keep this x-axis scale common to both. If the x-axis scale is common to both, then only this thing is possible to establish the gain margin and phase margin. Now, how to do that? Take the omega GC. First mark omega GC, means the gain crossover frequency, mark it here, and then take a projection or draw a straight vertical line, dotted line normally, just to indicate what is the phase at that particular frequency. See, this is omega GC. At omega GC, what is the phase angle? Find out the value of the phase angle. This is nothing but phase margin. Okay, this is nothing but phase margin. Similarly, when omega PC, when means the phase crossover is happening, phase crossover frequency, draw a vertical straight line from that and see what is the gain at that particular point. And this particular value is gain margin. Okay, this particular value is called gain margin. Okay, got the idea? That's why it is absolutely necessary that the scales of both the plots, the magnitude plot and phase plot, are same, right? You must have the same scales, x-axis scales we are talking about when you are plotting the Bode plot. Okay, so let me repeat again. You take a vertical line from omega GC, means from the gain crossover frequency, and find out what is the phase angle at that point. The difference between minus 180 and that particular phase angle is your phase margin. Similarly, from phase crossover frequency, take a vertical line, find out what is the gain at that particular frequency, and the difference between 0 dB and that particular gain will give you gain margin. Okay, now for a system to be stable, you have condition that omega GC less than omega PC. Omega GC must be less than omega PC. Means gain crossover frequency is less than phase crossover frequency. Means gain crossover should happen before phase crossover. When this condition is satisfied, automatically the gain margin and phase margin are like this in this kind of a shape, and these are called positive gain margin and positive phase margin. When this condition is not satisfied, like this, now what is the case here? You can see what is omega GC. This is omega GC, right? This is omega GC and this is omega PC. So omega GC in this case is greater than omega PC, right? You can see on the screen omega GC. This is omega GC. Omega GC and this is omega PC. So omega GC is greater than omega PC. So when this condition happens, you can see the gain margin as well as the phase margin are negative. And in this case, the system is unstable. Okay. Now let's again take a look at this particular any of these graphs. Okay, both of these are just sample graphs. So you can see, if let's say I will put a number here. Okay, if we increase some gain or some constant gain factor, if we increase that gain, what will happen? We have seen this, right? We have seen this particular concept at the time of discussing the effect of gain on magnitude plot. When gain increases, this particular gain plot, its shape remains the same, but it shifts upwards, right? Everything shifts upwards, right? Everything shifts upwards. So if we increase the gain, what will happen? That the omega GC will also increase, and there will be time when omega GC can be equal to omega PC. And when will that happen? When this much amount of gain we add to the system. Which much? The gain equal to the gain margin. When we increase the gain of the system by the amount of gain margin, the system will become marginally stable, or in other words, it is called that we are bringing the system to the verge of instability. We are bringing the system at the verge of instability. Similarly, here, if you add any amount of gain, you will not make the system stable. It is not possible to make the system stable in this case. In order to make the system stable, you have to decrease the gain. That's why the gain margin is negative. Okay, in the unstable case. The same concept applies for phase margin also. If you decrease the phase, if you decrease this phase, the system will become unstable. It will come closer to instability, right? So to summarize, here is the gain plot or the Bode plot obtained using software, and you can see this is the 0 dB line, and the point at which that 0 dB line is crossed by the gain plot is called the omega GC. Sometimes you may find that it is denoted as only omega G. Okay, omega G or omega GC, both way representations you can find. And you can see the minus 180 degree line is intersected by the phase plot, and that is called the phase crossover frequency omega PC. And this is called gain crossover point, at which the gain is crossing 0 dB line, and the point where phase plot is crossing the minus 180 degree line is called phase crossover point. Okay, now in this case omega G is less than omega P. So what is the status of the stability? Whether this system is stable or not? Is it stable or unstable? This system is stable system, right? So you can take a snapshot of this this particular slide. You can keep with this, because this is going to be very important for you to remember the concept of relative stability from Bode plots forever. Okay, see, gain margin. If when you draw this gain margin, when it is below 0, this is a stable zone. Okay, for gain margin below 0 dB is the stable zone, and for phase above 180 degree is the stable zone. And for the for above 0 dB gain is unstable zone, and similarly below 180 degree is the unstable zone for phase plot. Okay, and on this side I have given it in summarized form. Stable system, omega G is less than omega P. Unstable system, omega G greater than omega P. And marginally stable system when omega GC is equal to omega PC, or gain crossover is equal to phase crossover. Both the things are happening at the same time. Okay. In terms of gain margin and phase margin, both must be positive for the system to be stable. What both? Gain margin as well as phase margin must be positive for the system to be stable. Okay. Gain margin as well as phase margin must be positive. That condition will happen only if this condition is satisfied. You can see logically, you can try to draw various situations of these three situations, right? These are the only three possibilities, right? Omega G can be less than omega P, equal to omega P, or greater than omega P. you can try to draw various graphs of various combinations like this and see whether you can draw something where you get negative margins or positive margins for whatever the condition. Here both GM and PM are going to be positive. Here both GM and PM are going to be negative. And here GM as well as PM are going to be equal to 0. Because the definition itself will tell you that what is gain margin? It is the amount of gain that has to be added to the system to bring it to the verge of instability. Now it is already at the verge of instability. Marginally stable means what? Marginally stable system means the system is already at the verge of instability, right? If you take a look at the poles, if pole is here, the system is stable. If pole is here, system is marginally stable. And when the pole moves just on the right hand side, system will become unstable, right? Means what? When the poles are somewhere here, the system is already at the verge of instability and it is nothing but marginally stable. Imaginary axis poles means system is marginally stable, right? So this is how we find out the relative stability from Bode plots. Now, if you have any questions, you go ahead and ask. I think you should be having some questions here. No questions? Yes, nobody has any questions at all. Everything is clear. It is good that everything is clear, but I am just wanting to make sure that you know you have got the concepts clearly. This Bode plot is going to play a vital role a lot. It is going to help you a lot whenever you are going to study any system for stability in frequency domain. Okay. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, let me show you the octave function. Okay, I will share this with you. Okay, so this is the function that I just showed you on the screen also during the lecture, right? I have shown you this the same thing to you. 21 by 10 is the function this is the transfer function model which translates to this particular function 20s upon s plus 10. Okay, if I run this, you can see what output I get here. See the output, what is produced. You can see the graph also, right? You can see the graph. Someone just reply whether the graph is visible now.
No, sir.
No?
No. The program is visible.
Okay, only the program is visible. Okay. Okay, now you can see the graph?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So, okay, so I will run it again just because you probably might have, you have missed it. So when I run this program, I get the graph. And you can see when the Bode plot is plotted or when we run the Bode command, the graph is plotted like this, magnitude plot on the top and phase plot on the bottom. Okay, and it does not plot the asymptotic plots. when we are going to plot on paper, what I showed you is we are going to take straight line approximations, and after particular level, we will have some angles to the graph, right? Something like this. See here, when we are going to draw our graphs on paper, we will have these kind of corner frequencies, and those corners will be clearly visible on our paper, because we are going to plot asymptotic Bode plots. Asymptotic Bode plots we are going to plot, right? But when the software is running that, when the software is doing that, it is not going to do asymptotic plots. It is just going to plot smooth plots. Okay. Same thing for, not really same thing, but when the phase plot is done by the software, it is obviously done at a lot of points, which we cannot take on paper while drawing our graph. So obviously we are going to have some close approximations. So as many number of points as you can take, we should take here. Here we have taken some around 10 points. If you increase this number of points, your accuracy of the graph will increase, right? Obviously it is going to increase. Okay, so this is what I have to show you for the moment now about the octave part. One more thing, that about the margins, the gain margin and phase margin, it can also be calculated directly by the software, and for that the function is margin sys. Instead of Bode sys, you use margin sys, and it will calculate, and it will give you the gain margin and phase margin of the system. Okay. One additional thing I would like to tell you is I am showing you the octave codes, but except this particular command, this is specific to octave. This program will also run in MATLAB. If you happen to get MATLAB from somewhere, or a trial version from